Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear and Uncle Percy's finger in his nose. As always, I'm Uncle John, your elder who knows too damn much about music, movies, TV, comic books, shit like that. And as always, I'm joined by your other elders, Auntie Nicole, a.k.a. Nikki Guns. What's up?
What's up? What's up? Going on?
Down there is the five-borough Ronin, Uncle Rod. What's good, sir?
What's going on?
And below me, the aforementioned Captain Nosepicker P-Funk, Uncle Percy. Hi, Uncle Percy.
Damn.
And now he's using that finger to cover up his screen. Nice. So, sorry for the technical difficulties. We're a little late today, but that's okay because, we still got a whole bunch of shit to talk about. So, as we get started, Auntie Nicole, you have a question for us real quick.
Yes, indeedy. So, as we know, it is Halloween month, all right? And
correct.
These three, yes. So, with the question I posed to everyone, with these three fine gentlemen that you see before you, okay, we know that you would always get your ass kicked in front with these three fine gentlemen. So, you have to ask yourself the question, which one of these fine gentlemen can I get my ass kicked and still survive at the end of the night? How's that?
So you're asking which one of these would kick our ass the least?
That's a
pretty much
roundabout way of saying that. All right.
Right.
Pretty much. Okay.
I'll go first. Freddie scares the shit out of me, and I'm a grown ass man because Freddie comes in your dreams, so I ain't fucking with that. Michael Myers, he does it but him and Jason just walk. I've never seen them run. But I will take Michael Myers, would kick my ass the least. I'm the least scared of Michael Myers. How about that?
Okay. Right.
All right. I'm going to say this. I'm going to take some no-dos and take Freddy Krueger out. Because those other two, won't die for no matter what. Chopped up, burned, shot, buried, hung, put in a farm combine. All that stuff has happened to these jokers, and they still came back. So, yeah, I'm going with Freddy Krueger.
All right, Uncle Percy, you're up.
All right, so am I a brother in this fight, or I'm a white guy?
You are Uncle Percy.
Okay,
you're Uncle Percy.
I'm Uncle Percy, so I got to go with Jason because at least I can run. Even though I got bad knees and hips, I'll run.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I can't run from Freddie because I like to sleep too much.
Right.
Oh man. But if I was to pick one, I would say I would pick Michael. Only because both Freddie and Jason have a supernatural element to them. So with that, they can kind of get at you in different ways that you wouldn't think.
Hold on. Michael Myers doesn't?
Michael Myers technically in the canon lore is not supernatural. Okay. And as long as Michael doesn't have a train ticket, have access to knowledge and access to get to you, you can hide from Michael Myers and stay hidden under an assumed name. To be something else. Think about it. Laurie Strode lasted a long time before he found her.
Okay.
So I would pick Michael Myers, even though that's my favorite Halloween movie altogether, but I would pick Michael. That's the one I'm going with.
All right, hey, that's a whole lot of depth and research. All right.
It was. I'm impressed by the detail you put into that.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know how we segue into our next segment, but Agatha All Along, episode 7, came out yesterday.
Talk about plans.
Yeah, did anyone else able to see it? Percy, you on the road.
I didn't get to see it, but that's okay. Go ahead and spoil it.
I saw it.
Rod, you tell me if this is hyperbole, but I think that was the best episode that they've given us so far.
No, I'm with you. I was going to say the same thing. This is the best episode
Really?
so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So this pays off a lot. This is what WandaVision didn't do, and I hate continue to give lip service to fucking WandaVision.
Look at Alton. Yes,
Because
Alton.
what's up, Alton? Alton looks like he's musty as fuck.
Yes.
With WandaVision, they gave you all these nuggets, and there was no fucking payoff.
Correct.
None.
Yes, I
With
agree.
Agatha all along, they give it to you. Pause. They give it to you. That was right.
That's
They
what she
give it
said.
to you,
But anyway.
But now you're seeing the fruits of your labor. So throughout this entire series, Lilia, the older witch, would say just random shit and just pop off.
But it turns out it wasn't random.
But the stuff wasn't random because Lilia experiences time in a non-linear fashion. So she could be here with us 1 minute and then she's next week the next. So everything that she said, Percy, you good over there? Yeah.
I'm trying to
Everything
I'm making people dizzy.
Everything that Lilia has said has been towards this episode.
Right.
Much.
Everything has led up to that moment.
Yeah. And even this episode is kind of in a non-linear fashion.
Yeah, most definitely, because you're experiencing things as Lilia experiences them, and you're jumping all around throughout the series and what has happened so far, and you get flashbacks to her past. And so you're bouncing around, but it's not totally confusing. I wasn't totally confused. I was ready to go along with it, and I could see the pieces kind of falling into place. Unfortunately, because the witches are dropping off as we go along. Pretty much if it's featuring that person's pretty much out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Toward the end, I was kind of sad to see her go. She was one of my favorite characters, actually.
She was growing on me, definitely. Yeah. She was growing on me, and I think that the performance is such that when she does meet her end, I actually felt kind of bad. I was like, damn, and she ends up saving the remaining witches, and she meets her end again. Did we say we spoil shit? We did. So we find Lilia's backstory, and forever, because she's been alive for centuries, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Not only do we get Lilia's backstory, but we get confirmation who Rio is.
Right. Now I'm not gonna spoil that. Don't spoil that.
You don't want me to spoil it?
Nah, don't spoil that one. Damn. Leave something for the next episode.
Well, what's funny is that, because I stay on the internet too damn much. So the stuff that I was reading on the internet, they had deduced this like 3 or 4 episodes ago. But it was good to see, again, some nuggets had been dropped and we got a payoff.
Right.
And then there's a red bone assassin. Hi, Uncle DJ.
What up, DJ?
Or not. Okay, so.
Let him catch up.
Right. But this was, in terms of character study and in terms of moving the story along, this was quite possibly the best. Look, there have been a lot of Marvel series and a lot of just filler. But this was by far one of the best episodes of TV Marvel has produced. No, I'm dead serious. Because it gave you,
Alton.
It lived up to the promise. Why'd they have to dress the boy like Maleficent, though? Which is,
oh my gosh.
I mean,
he had no choice. It was gonna be some kind of female witch.
I don't appreciate that the black witch had to be
the ugly one.
The ugly one, yeah.
Oh my
gosh. The Penguin, Agatha all along, Superman and Lois enjoying watching for me right now. Yeah. I got to catch up on Superman and Lois, but
that's come. I think that's coming to an end.
Superman and Lois.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the final season.
Yeah.
So, Nicole, you're in for a treat when you watch Agatha all along. It's actually really solid.
Oh man!
Next week they're showing episodes 8 and 9, and that's it for this season.
Oh wow! Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm loving it too.
Loving the breath of Marvel, fresh air. Agatha is absolutely. I think that
it's because the shit makes sense.
Yes.
And again, now that Marvel has decided to put showrunners in place,
Yeah.
they actually have a show that has a meaning. This is like the witch from Snow White. Lord have mercy.
Oh my God.
No, that's who she was supposed to look like.
Oh my gosh.
And DJay, well, I don't know who offended DJay, but
No
he
wonder she's into apothecary type stuff with the makeup and all
Well,
the
remember, she's
creams
into
and all that
she was
stuff.
the potion lady. Remember, she was the
Right.
potion witch.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so the poison apple. I get you.
Right.
Okay,
Yes. Hmm.
that makes sense.
Oh
So
my gosh.
who was Lilia supposed to be?
She was, I think she was, I want to say Glenda the Good Witch.
Ah, because Agatha was the Wicked Witch.
Right.
Got it.
Ah.
Makes a
Oh
lot of sense.
gosh, they went through Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out.
But they were all. It's funny how they were all Disney witches.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's great.
Disney with a little bit of self promotion, and I knew it, and I didn't even mind. So
Yeah.
right.
pretty
Disney
much.
was stroking themselves, and it was
There
actually
you go.
okay.
Look at how cool we are.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Somebody
yes,
got it
DJ.
together.
Hello, DJ. How are you?
Can you hear us?
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
All right.
How
What's
are
up,
you?
man?
Can I ask a question? Did Uncle Rod just call her Did Uncle Rod just call her Splenda the Good Witch? Like fake sugar?
It's like Splenda, but with a G. Glenda.
I didn't even catch that. Thank you,
Right.
Uncle Rod.
I could have sworn you said Splenda. I don't know. We got to go to the tape because I think you said Splenda the Good Witch.
Wow. Okay. So moving on. Check out Agatha.
There was a question in front of JBN saying, "Did we watch Wicked City? Did anybody's watching something like that?" Nope, I haven't had a chance to watch that.
Haven't had a chance.
I haven't got a chance to watch
Check
it
it out.
either. That's next up. Now that I'm
Yep,
done with
I'm gonna have to watch
Legend of
that.
Vox
Gary,
Machina.
Indiana.
What'd you say?
What'd
Well,
you say,
it came
DJ?
from Gary, Indiana. Does that count?
Oh, is that considered Wicked City?
This came from Gary, Indiana. Does that count? Wicked City?
So moving on.
No.
Moving on. So we've already confirmed that I'm the only one
I'm
here
just
who
saying.
watches From, right?
I
I
got
think so.
I watched From. I just haven't gotten caught up yet.
Oh, okay. You got two then.
No, but Nicole, you got to catch up, man, because it's so good
Yes.
right now. Okay, so
I've got
for all of my From fans out there, From fans, I said it right.
From.
We have gotten the faraway tree is no longer working successfully, right? We've got Tabitha has come back, but now the whole town is mad at her. We've got Boyd, who's on the verge of a mental breakdown. Donna, who is already having a mental breakdown, and the monsters are smart. So, for those who don't know, From is a TV show from the creators of Lost. It's very Lost-ish, but it's about a town where people become trapped and can't escape. The person in charge is his character's name is Boyd, played by Harold Perrineau, who you'll remember from Lost and Oz and various other things.
The best
And he
man
acts as the
series.
sheriff. And the basic premise is every night people go to their homes and they have these talismans that keep the monsters out. The monsters come out at night, they smile at you, they say nice things, but when you get them, they will tear you open and eat you.
Yes.
As they
Right.
tend to do.
Right.
In a nutshell. Mhm.
Right. Basically. And Nicole, you can co-sign on that for me.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So at the beginning of the series, you had a group of people who lived in a colony house up on a hill who didn't necessarily want to live by the town rules that Boyd had set forth. And then you had the rest of the town who lived pretty much you either harvested food, you raised animals, and you just tried to survive without killing each other or getting killed. But what From has done, and Nicole, how far are you in the series?
Not that I'm going through half a second season now. So
Okay. No, you're not that far behind. But what From has done is that it has built the tension to the point where the town is ready to just explode. All the residents of the town want to go home. There's one resident who actually managed to escape and then got brought back.
Oh, that's
that's fucked up. And then there's another resident who has been there since he was a child and who is basically nuts. So the tension that's built within the show at this point has ratcheted up to a point where people are starting to butt heads and go at each other. The one main character, Boyd, actually ran into a situation where another town resident was surrounded by the creatures, and he was trying to get the car started to go and rescue somebody else. And the creature said, "You know what? Here's the keys to the car. You can have the keys to the car, but you leave him for us." And Boyd was like, "Shit, give me the keys," and took the keys, right? So the one resident who basically looks like Temu Chris Evans got ate up, but they left him alive. They jacked him up, but they left him alive. What? So now this recent episode this past Sunday, he has regained consciousness, and he's like, "Boyd, you done talking all this shit about you wanting to save everybody, and you let them take me. So you're an asshole." So now that's one position.
He'll be
the
back.
Woman who left Tabitha, who Nicole, I don't know if you recognize the name, but Tabitha is the mother of that little family with the two kids.
Yeah.
Tabitha managed to go into something that's called a faraway tree. And the faraway tree transports you someplace else.
To a different dimension, a different place. Yeah.
To a different place. The faraway tree transported her back home.
Oh, shoot.
So through a chain of events, she ended up back in the town.
That's messed up.
So she's in the town, and the residents are like, "Okay, you got home. Hey, man, what's up? Give us a secret. We want to go home too." And she's trying to tell them it's not that simple. That's not how it works. But they went and found another faraway tree, and one idiot went into the faraway tree. So now the residents are like, "Okay, yeah, he's going home. Yeah. But then suddenly they hear a noise. There's an empty pool by a diner. They hear a noise, and everybody goes to the pool. We spoil shit on this show. And it's this guy who is embedded in the cement in the pool.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Like he's half sticking out and gurgling. Like he's still half alive, but he's embedded. So
that's the Temu version of the faraway tree.
Right. So he dies, and now Boyd is like, "I told you, motherfuckers, don't do that shit." And then there's another character who's pregnant, but all she can eat is rotten food and blood. Yeah, it's
See, DJay Abrams once again.
What?
But here's the thing.
Nah, man.
Hey.
This is why I can rationalize why people wouldn't watch this show, because me describing it, I'm doing a very poor job of describing it. But the show actually.
But if what you're saying is actually happening,
it's actually,
even if you're describing it poorly, it's not something I want to see.
I was about to say.
No.
I mean,
the way I'm describing it is nowhere close to the storytelling that goes on in this show.
Right,
and Nicole, help me out, Nicole.
No, I mean, it's like there's different areas where they're fine. Remember when they dug that the basement out and so on like that, and they ended up in a whole nother area. I mean, and they still haven't quite. I don't think they've actually quite, because you don't know exactly if these things are vampires or like just kind of demons, or exactly, they don't pinpoint exactly what they are, because I don't think they've even found out yet where the talismans came from,
bro,
to where it's protecting the town.
You
see what I'm saying?
This is sounding a lot like what we said it wasn't last week in terms of being like Lost, where we just kind of rolling through shit and making it up as we go along.
Rod, if I could, the similarities
There's
between this show and
continuity
Lost
though in this.
are
There's
so deep.
continuity.
And it doesn't help that Harold Perrineau was in Lost too.
Right.
The fact that he stars in this show too, it is so much like Lost. It is unbelievable because
That
cool
house
with
that they're living in, that they don't want to live with the rules of the rest of the town, consider it like a hedonism type of place. Everybody's a free love and
well, it's
hippie-ish
kind of
and
like
things like
in
that.
Lost, you had the people in the main cabin who we were following, and then you had the people who were in the tail section who landed on another part of the island.
Okay.
So yes, you could make a case that this is Lost's little sister. To be very honest.
2.0.
But
Bro, it sounded too much like I'm really smart and I'm doing all this stuff, and we might show you something, and maybe it'll mean something. Maybe it'll make sense in the end. And it's gonna end up being like, no, everybody's dead. It's just a mass hallucination.
So forgive me, but does Lost have monsters? Do they have like something like that? I never watched Lost, believe it or not. I
Lost
never
had
got
a lot of
into
shit that didn't make sense.
Okay.
Me either.
Okay.
Lost had a whole lot of shit that didn't make sense. And when I was watching Lost, I had faith in the creators. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this ride, and hopefully it doesn't end
in a wall.
And it ended
in a wall.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But again, from what I've read, like reviews and whatnot from the creators, interviews with the creators, they say that Lost is not where they want to go.
Okay.
And that they have mapped out everything that's going to happen. And also, I've heard that there's a lot of foreshadowing, and this season, which is the third season, there are some answers to a lot of questions that are going to be coming up.
Okay.
Perpetual.
Yeah, in a way, Alton, a little bit. There's a little aspects of that in there.
There's not enough baby oil, bro.
I tell you what. Now we're gonna take a break on that note. And when we come back, let's talk about the Lanterns TV show and the Creature Commandos. It's our DC special when we come back. Talking about Lanterns and Creature Commandos. So, Uncle DJ, if you don't mind. I guess he does.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero in a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle.
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer.
Go for key.
Even the ultimate pool float inflator.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Gotta get the corners.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
And we are back. As always, I'm Uncle John. Over there is Auntie Nicole and Uncle Rod. Down there is Uncle Percy and Uncle DJ. So usually, if you're a longtime watcher of this show, we have nothing but disdain for anything more DC related. Whether it be TVs or movies, DC generally
is our train.
Shits the pain. But
the train
there is hope. James Gunn has finally entrenched himself within the DC universe, and we have the news of the first couple of projects coming out of the DC universe, and one of them is the TV show Lanterns, which is about two Green Lanterns in particular, Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
Whoa.
And the casting, with the casting of the Green Lanterns, Hal Jordan will be Kyle Chandler, and John Stewart will be Aaron Pierre.
Boo!
So, Percy, you don't agree with this?
One is too old, and the other one I don't know who the hell he is, and he don't look like John Stewart, so fuck him.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for that unfiltered opinion. Uncle Rod, how you feel about it?
Kyle Chandler is a little old, I think, to be Hal Jordan, but he's an actor that, in whatever I've seen him in, he's done a really good job. You know, I've seen him in Mayor of Kingstown, Friday Night Lights TV show. So he's played a lot of different roles convincingly. So I think in this version of Lanterns, Hal Jordan is supposed to kind of be like the older veteran. So he's been, you know, defender in the Earth sector for a long time. And if it's supposed to be like a cop procedural, which I think it is, you know, Hal Jordan is the old veteran and John Stewart is kind of like the younger guy, the guy he's trying to bring along. I don't know if you mentioned it, but also in here, Nathan Fillion was cast as Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
So he's the other lantern. There's a whole lot of lanterns in the Earth sector, so that means shit must be popping all the time. But
just like Mayor Kingstown, Kyle will get taken out, and then the young dude will take over.
I don't know if James Gunn is ready to kill Hal Jordan. He might in this series though. You never know. But I think it's a solid casting. Aaron Pierre, I know there's a lot of people who had a problem with that. And I know Percy's one of them. But I know a lot of it is centered around the fact that if you look in the comics, that John Stewart is like a pretty dark chocolate black man. And so the casting of Aaron Pierre, people have a problem with it because he's on the lighter side.
Okay, so they split the difference. Come on.
Listen, to me, I can understand it, but for me, it's not something to totally throw it out yet. Like from what I understand, he's an excellent actor, and so I want to see if he can actually get John Stewart's personality across to the people.
Okay. DJay, what's your take on that?
I'm still interested. I'm still interested.
I actually saw the Netflix movie that the dude is in, Pierre, and he
Rebel
was
Ridge.
Man, listen, he was phenomenal. So if he can bring half of that, I'm looking forward to it. And Kyle Chandler, I mean, he old school. You know, he's one of them comfortable actors that we've seen in plenty of shit. It's like, okay, And Nathan Fillion is my dude. That's my motherfucking dude. So, I mean, it sounds like they're putting together a decent team. I'll give it a chance.
Okay.
You know, it's interesting. My favorite role, for Nathan Fillion is not what most people would say in that, either Castle or in what's the name of that show? That's Fox messed up. Firefly. Thank you.
Firefly.
Even though he did a really good job in that, my favorite role for him is the voice of Cade 6 in the video game Destiny.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut. That's deep. Deep.
I don't know where that came from. Okay,
there we go.
Nathan Fillion.
And that's Guy Gardner.
Right. So, Auntie Nicole, what's your take on it?
Oh!
Well, I can't say that I was ever really a major Green Lantern fan.
Oh!
However, it would be nice to see DC finally hit one out of the park for a change, to sit there and get back on the board, You know what I'm saying? In the running game with Marvel, you know, they're a little behind right now. So I'd be open to just being able to see something good come from DC right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Lantern-
that I just looked it up. Kyle Chandler is 60 years old.
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay.
Like
That
I didn't
Green
realize he was
Lantern-
that old.
Yeah, but that Green Lantern didn't look that dark. I mean, come on. We need to get a paper bag out here to see if, you know, he can
Oh, great
qualify.
day.
Wow.
Thank you, Alton.
Oh, gosh. Yes, thank you.
Yikes.
Alton.
Thank you for that.
Alton, look here, Alton. I think that casting Billy Porter would have given us a whole different take on Jon Stewart.
That is true.
Just a little
Not
bit.
a good one, but yes, it would have been different.
But okay, so Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan. Like you said, Rod, there's a buddy cop, old guy, new guy vibe that they're going for.
There you go.
So I'm not mad at it. My issue is if this proves to be good, how long can we expect Kyle Chandler at 60 years old to keep portraying this character? Because you have to look at the legacy. I'm hesitant to get attached to any of these characters because they cast these motherfuckers so old.
I think it's going to go 2
At
seasons.
the end of the day, no, DJ, hold on. At the end of the day, you're making product that you expect to go for a while. So they're going to eventually, they're either going to have to kill him off or find somebody else. And I don't want you to find somebody else after I've gotten used to this guy. Go ahead.
2 strong seasons, then they out.
But hell, you know what? With streaming services, it could be 5 years between seasons 1 and season 2.
You don't even know the storyline. So, I mean, the whole point of bringing him in as an old guy could be the whole point. With the young guy,
that is the point. But I'm saying my trepidation is you're casting someone who's 60 years old. And I'm not trying to engage in ageism here because I'm an old motherfucker. But I mean, you couldn't find somebody who was 50? You found this motherfucker at 60. Like, you pushing it now. Like, how I don't know. I'm not mad at it because I like Kyle Chandler as an actor. But I mean, 60, yikes, that is pushing it. As for Aaron Pierre, I saw Rebel Ridge, and he has a very strong military type presence, which is the type of presence that Jon Stewart needs. If you want the chartreuse language. Okay, Alton. So I don't have an issue. Jon Stewart is a GL that this generation knows, so I think he will be the long term. No, I get that, but you can't just get rid of him. That's Hal Jordan. You can't
just get rid of Hal Jordan.
Right, Hal Jordan is like fucking,
can't just, you know.
Yeah, he's a fucking legacy at this point. Yes, this generation knows Jon Stewart, and they don't know who Hal Jordan is. But at the end of the day,
if we can put this in Hollywood years, like, you know, we die, you know, in our 50s and shit because we're regular people, but these are Hollywood motherfuckers, you know. So, you know, Kyle Chandler being 60, I mean, we're talking about Sean Connery was still doing action movies and shit well into his fucking 90s, you know, 80s, 90s.
And nobody wanted to watch that shit.
No, but you did watch that shit. How old was he in The Rock?
Did. I did.
How old was he in The Rock? You watched The Rock, motherfucker. You watched The Rock.
I did watch The Rock. You're right. He looks good for a white guy at 60. No, he does. And I didn't know he was that old. But I'm saying I know nothing of story. I know nothing of character development. All I know is with streaming services, it could be 5 years between 2 damn seasons. And now you're looking at Hal Jordan in a fucking diaper. So, I mean,
let's hope we don't get another pandemic. Great day.
What you do, right? You know, heaven forbid. So do what you do, DC. I ain't mad. Again, go ahead.
So once again, DC has done basically what Marvel is. They just pulling out the old same actors to play these characters, like Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom, and now you got everybody, all these characters from all these TV shows. Just can't find somebody new, someone who actually looked like the character from the comic books.
And tell them get a black person that ain't from England too.
Yeah, get a black person. Yeah, Tracy said, stop these black people from England.
Okay.
Stop getting black people from England.
Now, see, that's a whole nother subject for another.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show, my man.
But
That is a
Aaron
whole
Pierre,
other show.
yeah, Aaron Pierre. All I'm saying is he kind of exuded what I think Jon Stewart is about in terms of a character. So I ain't tripping about that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of brothers from around the way. You have 8 Earth Lanterns.
That's true.
Yeah. There's a lot of Earth Lanterns, and I guess that's what I read was they're going to address why there are so many lanterns on Earth.
Because Sector 2814 is popping. That's why.
Basically,
there's a whole lot going on.
Earth is the
Remember,
hood.
you still got all these other color lanterns, the ones that go evil, the ones that, you know what I'm saying, all these different lanterns with their own colorisms and what have you, and the ones that go bad, because don't they change color when they start going bad and so on like that?
Each color of the spectrum is connected to a certain emotion.
Right.
And that's why, and they each have their different core.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, there, there's a storyline there. You know what I'm saying and stuff. What'd you say?
Who's playing Sinestro?
Don't know.
That's a good question.
The only
question.
casting has been Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. So I mean,
we'll see. I'm like Percy. I'm assuming Sinestro is going to be there somewhere.
Yeah, I want this.
There you go. Good. Yellow and red. So, yeah.
I'm talking all this shit about Kyle Chandler, but I want this to be good. So we'll see.
Pete Green.
I mean, I do too. I hope so. It'd be nice to have an extra platform and not just Marvel. DC, give us something, man.
What are you saying, DJ?
I'm saying Pete Green can't be good. That Exorcist like vomit color, Pea green.
We're talking about vomit. The red lanterns are associated with rage, and they do vomit blood.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, they vomit blood.
Yeah, bad.
They vomit piss. They vomit piss or something.
The yellow ones are associated with fear.
Never mind.
That's why Sinestro was the leader of the Yellow Lanterns.
What were you gonna say, Percy?
I was gonna say, get old boy. Since Blade has been canceled, he can be Jon Stewart.
There you go. The new one.
Is he 60?
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, he might be about 58.
He's in his 50s, I think.
He's late 50s.
So he's too old.
I mean, according to your parameters.
No, according to the characters in the TV show, he's too old. It's supposed to be an older one and a younger one. So now that we've beaten that subject into the ground, next up, we further diving into James Gunn's retooling of the DC universe. He has dropped the trailer for the animated series Creature Commandos. Let's see this. I'd love to hear our group's reaction to this. If Roy would like to.
I didn't know which one y'all was supposed to have. Nobody told me the trailer. I'll go get that. Y'all go ahead and talk about it for a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Nobody told me about that shit. I didn't know.
So, okay, Creature Commandos is basically. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Amanda Waller is involved.
Thank you. Amanda Waller is involved, and the Creature Commandos are basically that. They're a bunch of monsters gathered together by Amanda Waller to fight the bad guys that are even worse than them. So,
are we talking about Amanda Waller, Suicide Woman?
Suicide Squad, yep.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay,
Director of Task Force X.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how long is she going to be in charge of shit?
Well, the reason she's in charge of shit is because she gets shit done.
Oh, sorry.
And she has a lot of dirt on people.
Now,
and she has a lot of dirt on people. She makes them do things.
Vote November 5th because they get shit done.
Okay. So, yeah, Amanda Waller is DC's Nick Fury, essentially, except she is not necessarily doing things for the right reasons.
No shit. Didn't she take a golf club to the head?
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't she take a golf club to the head?
Oh,
yes.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Unmuted, thanks.
Oh, princess.
General Flagg, you found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Oh, princess.
The United States is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
What in the holy hell?
Congress said we can't use human prisoners. These assholes aren't human.
Do you understand me now?
Who is she? We call her the Bride.
I was born here.
Who's Jason and the Argonaut?
That's Dr. Phosphorus.
Why are you doing this? It's business. What is that then?
The Weasel. We know it has what it takes to survive. That's Nina Mazursky.
Daddy?
Last one is G.I. Robot.
Cheers to the Tinder. I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero. Not like that. With a joy that's hard to hide. Until we find out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina. And you're bound to see my other side. Shish kebab. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good.
You're always so hyperbolically violent. You need therapy.
Hold on, please don't let me. Hold on, please don't let me. Please don't let me. Please don't let me.
You wanted monsters.
Don't let me.
You got monsters.
Don't let me. Hold on, please don't let me be misunderstood. Die, Nazi. He's not a Nazi, G.I. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, DJ.
Okay, can I just say, it looks like it's gonna be a blockbuster. And that being said,
Blockbuster nuts.
It's crazy as shit. And it looks like it's gonna be a blockbuster and it's gonna be very popular. And for the kids that grow up watching it, they're gonna wind up being a horde of serial killers that we're not gonna be able to control. So fuck Skynet. These motherfuckers that grow up watching this shit are gonna like kill us all.
Wow.
Well, hopefully some parent has sense and is not watching this show with their young children. Because obviously it's like ultra violent.
Okay, I don't have any kids, but do you know any parents nowadays that have sense?
Yes.
About what their kids watch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
About
Yeah, I
what
know a
their
few.
kids watch.
I know
Oh,
a
okay.
few. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And so the parents are going to stop their kids from watching what the parents are watching because it's so good and it's so popular. But the parents are going to say, "Don't do what I do." What's that phrase? You know, do what I say,
not as I do. Not as I do.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be watching this because it's the baddest shit. It's crazy and it's funny and it's a blockbuster. But we're gonna tell our kids not to watch it.
I mean, if they're that young, you send them to bed.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, that worked on us.
Go ahead, Percy.
Like every motherfucking Richard Pryor, Blowfly, Red Fox, you name it. I can recite all that.
You
shit
just
from
bad
my
as hell.
childhood. Well, it is what it is.
Go ahead, Percy.
Where's Hellboy?
Hellboy's
Different
not
comic
DC,
universe.
Percy.
What?
Hellboy's not DC.
Hellboy ain't got shit on these motherfuckers. They would have fucked up Hellboy in the first episode.
Okay, Rod, what did you think about it?
I thought it looked pretty cool. Bringing together some of the more obscure people in DC. Still using Rick Flag again. I don't know why he keeps signing up for that shit, but okay. So you got Rick Flag now instead of directing villains at Task Force X, he's directing creatures and monsters who, you know, some of them have done bad stuff, and others look like they're just kind of misfits.
Right.
So There he goes again, Rick Flag. And it looks like there's probably going to be some cameos by some other supervillains in this, because I thought I saw Clayface in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hitler. It's gonna be a few.
Wait a minute, help not DC.
So Nicole, what's your opinions on it?
I mean, I noticed James Gunn seems to be very infatuated with his groups of people type of thing. He loves doing that. But I mean, in the same vein as like Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, and everything, this just seems to be like an animated version, somewhat of the whole mixture of, people, so to speak. So, or misfits, as you like to call them. But
Oh yeah.
it'll be interesting. Again, I'll be looking forward for something to actually work for DC and for them to actually make me want to watch it.
Right.
The animation looks clean. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what if they had a Suicide Squad of like Dahmer and Gacy, and them motherfuckers? I mean, is that?
Okay. They wouldn't get anything done. They'd be killing everybody. I mean,
Yeah,
there would be no.
Specific. They're very specific about the people that they kill and shit.
Well, it's just yes. I'd agree. I don't know if they want to put Gacy on the screen going after little boys. So
I wasn't going crazy. I am not crazy.
What?
Hellboy is a DC character, right?
No, he is not.
Dark Horse Comics.
Excuse me, visitor says you're wrong. Hellboy is part of DC and
Tracy
Marvel.
in the house.
No,
Tracy
no,
in the
okay.
house.
And the visitor is on some Percyism shit too. I think you've been in that RV too long. So before we go any further down that rabbit hole, so I think now would be a good time for a commercial because this has gone completely off the rails.
Commercial
And when we come back, we'll say some more stupid shit.
I'm waiting for my apology.
You'll be waiting for a long time.
Messages. We'll be right back.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we're back. If you don't know who we are at this point, you haven't been paying attention. So, Uncle Rod.
All right.
Let's get to the segment entitled, Did You Know?
All right. This is a new segment we're trying out where we kind of pick up some things here and there, and then we think, okay, a lot of people really don't know about this. So let's try to get that out there. First off, shout out to this site that super producer Mel found called Talk to the Streets. And they have a few different things that, did you knows, and did you know what stuff is that's like really, really, really like out there or you didn't know about. Like for instance, Marlon Wayans at one point they were looking at him to be Robin in the film Batman and Robin with George Clooney. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out. In an interview, he said that he was up for the role, and then at the last minute, he kind of got told that, he wasn't going to be the guy. So, for him, he said it was a blessing in disguise because he was able to then start writing films and working on other things. And he said that he doesn't think he would have been able to handle that kind of success that early. So he feels that was a blessing in disguise for him. Also, one other thing, the role of Jody in Baby Boy was originally supposed to be for Tupac. John Singleton, who wrote the film, had nobody else but Tupac Shakur in mind to play that role. Unfortunately, we know he passed. He was killed in Las Vegas. But everything around that film and pretty much that whole setup was supposed to be a vehicle for Pac. And that's why when they found Tyrese to do it, they had a lot of Tupac's music in the film, and that's why he had a Tupac mural in his room to kind of, let people know that that's really supposed to be him. That's supposed to be him in there. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I could totally see that. I could totally see Tupac as being Jody in that film. One other thing that I didn't, that kind of surprised me, but then when I thought about it, I was like, okay, I could see that. As it turns out, Tupac was also up for the role of Mace Windu in Star Wars.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
The hell?
Wow.
Yeah, Tupac was
You can
up for
imagine
the
Mace
role of
Windu
Mace
said,
Windu.
all eyes on me.
So if you can imagine that, Tupac being in
man.
Phantom Menace as Mace Windu, and then in the later films,
That might have been dope.
I was
Might
gonna
have been
say,
awesome.
thinking about at the time he was, kind of flexing his acting muscles. I think he'd have been all right because, Mace, the character of Mace was one that was really not doing a whole lot in the first film. And then in the second film, he did a little bit more, and gradually, I think as he had gotten more work in, I think he'd have been a lot better by the time Revenge of the Sith came out. So that's pretty interesting. One other thing also was that in terms of the film Dreamgirls, the Dreamgirls film that Jennifer Hudson starred in.
Yes, sir.
They were looking to they were looking to cast Fantasia Barrino also. So she also had auditioned for the role.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Well,
But
thank you.
It ended up going to Jennifer Hudson.
Okay.
So that's it. Next
All right.
week is gonna be comic book Did You Know stuff.
That sounds
films
good.
this week.
Well, it's about that time when we say goodbye to all our company. We don't have to worry about super producer Mel playing us out today because we've got Uncle Roy, but on the ones and twos. So feel free to take as much time as you like. Uncle DJ, what you gonna give us on the way out the door?
Well, okay. As far as the Did You Know, there's no way. I'm sorry. Tupac as Mace Windu, they're supposed to be Jedi Masters. Tupac is a little young. He's a little young. That's all I can say about that. He's a little young. Jennifer Hudson was in the right place, right time. That was hers. Just like J-Lo was in the right place, right time for Selena. I forgot what. You know what? I probably blocked it. Whatever you said, Tupac was supposed to do before that. Because
Jody and Baby Boy.
Yeah, no. Because first of all, Tupac would have beat the shit out of Big Rames in that motherfucking kitchen, butt naked, whatever. He would have stomped that motherfucker. They got the right person who was a little soft, not for nothing, but old boy is a little soft, and that was perfect for him.
So Tyrese is soft and Tupac is not.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Tyrese versus Tupac? Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a stream of consciousness I didn't see coming. But thank you. Uncle Percy, what you got for us?
Yes, Alton, I
So,
believe that.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that.
I said Uncle Percy and 10 people talk. What? Go ahead, Uncle Percy.
I said I also heard that Robin Williams was supposed to play the original Joker in the Batman movie.
He was.
Robin Williams.
That would have made that movie a whole lot different.
A whole lot different. Which might not have been a bad thing.
I could see him being able to pull off the menace and the mirth. So I would have been good with that.
Okay. Auntie Nicole, what you got?
I got nothing. Just enjoy and take care of the kitties if they're going out trick-or-treating. Make sure they got their reflective clothing on them, please. So
No
people can
Hydro
see them
Betty?
at night.
No Hydro Betty stuff coming?
No Hydro Betty stuff at this time.
Okay. All right. Uncle Rod, what's good?
Hydro Betty going THC?
Nope.
No.
Not in public.
Sorry, man.
Okay.
We spoil shit here. So,
Come on, Uncle Rod. Anything?
Nothing except there's still people out there who are still trying to recover from these storms. So if you can help them out.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's another one looks like brewing, so we might get hit up again. So if you're in those areas, if you're in those zones, if you haven't already recovered and taken care of what you needed, start getting it now.
Absolutely. Be prepared early.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So,
if you can.
My goodness, we got a little East Coast West Coast beef going on. Alton doesn't believe Tupac was hard at all. So, I mean,
well, there's a story that he was talking about that Michael Jackson put hands on him.
Yeah.
Because he was disrespecting Quincy Jones' daughter, who was a niece to him.
Wait, what?
There's a story going out that Michael Jackson
Mm-hmm.
and Tupac scrapped because Tupac was dating Quincy Jones' daughter and was disrespecting her at a party. And Mike stepped up and was like, "You're not gonna do that."
Okay. You know what? The absurdity of that statement goes with the theme of this show. So I am not. Alton, that is a perfect way to end this particular show. Thank you to Uncle Roy for pinch hitting for super producer Mel, who was having technical difficulties. Cousin Amayou, we hope you're safe and secure wherever you are. For Uncle Percy, Uncle DJ, Auntie Nicole, and Uncle Rod, I'm Uncle John. We'll try and do better next week. Night night.